this you got me doing, man? Welcome to JohnG TV. And we're back. Today we're going to review the source, the SRC page, the source page. The source is definitely basically how you're going to get to your sample. So you got your sample slot that you can apply to all those nibbles and nabbles. You got your sample slot, so you load in your sample, which is basically this. Oh, you can't see that. This what letter is this? D. Letter D is where you're gonna load up your samples at. But what's the thing about this source page is basic. What you get is a beat crush or beat reduction, which I think is dope, along with the play mode. Now these are the two things that, being able to go, forward, back, reverse, and then also loop forward and reverse, and then add some bit reduction to that. And then the tuning and starting length and loop is all pretty standard. Your levels basically of that particular track, that's all standard stuff. But I think what makes this different is obviously, I think the play mode is probably, your real basic samplers won't have this, but this is like intermediate, I guess, tools right here. And then the bit reduction, this is a nice little effect to add when you want to dirty it up a little bit, especially if you're going for that new lo-fi sound. So that's another effect that they threw in there. So you got your bit reduction, overdrive, along with the reverb and delay. So you really got four effects to change those sounds. So source is pretty basic. There's not really a whole lot there. So I won't this won't go on long. I'll go ahead and cut this one short. It's pretty simple with the source. Again, being able to load samples from your slots, and then being able to modulate all of this stuff. Now with the control all feature, and then being able to manipulate everything in terms of bit reduction, this is where the source, control all itself makes everything just it goes to the next level, really, because now you can control everything in real time, manipulating all of this. And trust me, performance wise, that is absurd, even for programming, but definitely for performance. If you're lacking inspiration, control all will fix that. You do that and you're going to start to hear stuff that you weren't able to maybe think about, and then when you hear what you like, stop, save, you know, and there you go. So the source is real basic, but the thing I like about it is being able to can use it as a performance feature in the control all, having that play mode like that with the bit reduction. I like that. And then being able to automate pretty much all of that, so that way you can have it going in your sequence. Now, honestly, for me, the automation on here doesn't seem to be quite as fluid as Korg's. Korg's automation just seems to I don't know, seems to automate exactly the way I think it is gonna happen. This one kind of, I feel like I'm hitting and missing. I haven't quite figured out. I mean, I'm taking it as me, but it's not really happening exactly how it does on the Korg. I don't really know how to further explain that, but any of y'all that know what I'm saying, if you could elaborate or help me elaborate on that. But I just, you know, the motion sequence on here seems to not quite work the way, you know, in comparison to the way Korg does. It doesn't seem to work the same way. I feel like I'm sometimes hitting exactly what I'm modulating one thing, and then when I stop recording, what's actually recorded is sometimes close to what I did, but not quite to what I did. And I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's a little hit or miss. But even though just being able to catch some automation is still a great tool, because again, like I said, recording is a beautiful thing in music. Being able to recall what we just did is the absolute most beautiful thing in music. So yeah, that concludes the source. Let's go ahead and bring in this droggy beat I made. I was trying, you know, I'm always trying something different, man. Something I can say. I'll be all over the place sometimes, but I feel like something's here. Bring that back. This is JohnG TV. I am JohnG.